I respectfully disagree podcast. This one is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt me to even talk about. Not even sure if anybody's gonna tap into the live, bro. It is Friday. It is noon. For me on Fridays, typically I get off at 10 o'clock. So I'm in a good mood, man. Typically on Fridays, I go to the casino when I get off work. But this week, can't do it. Went over last week and actually had a good time. I was winning, I was up. And then, like they always say, if you stay long enough, you're gonna give it right back. And pretty much that's what I done. But anywho, it's neither here nor there. Bro, I titled this Dear LeBron, it's over. Just retire. And this is coming from a diehard LeBron fan. And I promise you, I'm not one of them people, I told you so. I'm not one of them. Because at the end of the day, dog, it's all opinionated. There's really no right or wrong answer. Basketball is just for entertainment. But it's like when you look at the headlines, you look at the news cycles, and now 2/3 into the season, we're getting the LeBron should come off the bench. The Lakers is awful. The chemistry is awful. JJ Redick should be fired. Blah blah blah. And at the beginning of the season, let me lay this out. When the Lakers started and LeBron was out and they got off to a good start, I originally said LeBron James should come off the bench. Do not mess up the chemistry that the team was currently having. Because unlike the Lakers teams of the last few years, you saw them defending, you saw them smiling, you saw the ball being shared. Like this was something that nobody has been used to if you've been watching the Lakers in the last few years. The crowd was involved. Like, I don't give a damn what nobody says. And I feel like that's what's wrong with basketball now. The crowd used to be a determining factor. And it's only certain arenas that you go to now where the crowd plays a factor. And it's like that in its own self is what's wrong with basketball, in my opinion, bro. You used to be afraid to go to certain arenas because you knew that there was going to be a hostile crowd environment and things like that. And it's like, bro, not to bring Kobe and Shaq and all these people into it. It's like, bro, I didn't watch Lakers games in the past, and you saw how live that arena was and how excited and involved the fans and stuff was. And every time you watched the games, you saw all the celebrities, Jack Nicholson and all these people. Like it was a star-studded event when you watched the Lakers. Any opposing team that came to play the Lakers, you knew you had to bring your A game because all the stars was gonna be out, bro. Like that's a big game to get up for. And in my opinion, I'm just being honest, and this ain't no shade at Bron or nothing like that, but I just feel like the entire time that he's been in LA, bro, you didn't really get that feeling. You didn't really get that feel. And it's like you look at the crowd and nobody's standing up, nobody's cheering. If they go on a run or something, then they'll get involved. Or I've seen games where the Lakers is down, then they'll come back. Then the crowd is a factor. But like at jump ball, when the ball goes up in the air, it's like, bro, nobody's enthused. And it's like something about that has always been off to me. That's just my opinion. But I'm saying all that because at the beginning of the season, you got that feeling. And everybody was all on board with Luca, bro. There was excitement with Luca coming in at the beginning of the season, a fresh season. You get to see Luca for 82 games. So there was hope. That's the key word I'll use, hope. There was hope in LA. And the season started. Rui was playing out of his mind. Austin Reeves playing out of his mind. You bring Marcus Smart in the beginning. I feel like he was an anchor defensively. Everybody was rotating. Everybody was playing individual defense. So I'm like, bro, don't sacrifice that. I understand it's LeBron. I understand he's all NBA, 22 All Stars. Nobody's taking that away from him. Nobody's even suggesting that he done fell off. It's just a simple, in my opinion, again, if you're trying to win basketball games, bro, somebody's got to sacrifice something. As somebody that played, as somebody that coached, yes, it was elementary level, but we were trying to instill in these kids at a young age, you have to sacrifice something for your brothers and your sisters. Yeah, it's cool if mom and dad see you score 20 points, but if we lose, it defeats the purpose. And we just kept preaching, share the ball, move the ball, get everybody involved, have fun while you're doing it. And you would think that on the highest level, these are the principles that would be on full display when you're watching NBA basketball. Not only for the college kids, high school kids, all the way down to elementary. Like, in my opinion, this is supposed to be the best brand of basketball. And you get a full display of raw talent, people playing the game at its purest form, body language, good coaching, X's and O's. And the NBA is far from that. It's been that way for a long time. But again, for entertainment value, you just sit back and you tolerate it. So again, my perspective is only coming from that of somebody who loves basketball. It was no shade or no disrespect at LeBron for even making that suggestion. I'm looking at it in terms of, if I'm in LeBron's shoes and I see what's happening, if anything, bro, that's a sign that I don't have to do much. I know what I can bring to this team. I know my value. So as the season goes on, if there's a dip in wins or a dip in chemistry, then we'll tweak the lineup. Hey, Brian, let's see what it looks like for you to come in and start. But to just come in fresh off an injury and disrupt everything that was going on with that team at that point in time, in my opinion, again, I thought it was stupid. But again, it's like, bro, now you have to argue between LeBron fans and basketball fans and stuff. And it's like, that's where I skate that thin line, because I want to fit in both. I want to see competitive basketball, but at the same time, of course, I want to see LeBron pop off. Like, to me, this is something that has never been done before, bro. Like, we're asking somebody that's played 23 seasons to go out and make every game win a shot, to go guard the best player, to make all the best passes. Like, that's insane in its own self. So my perspective on that at that point in time was like, lower the expectations, have him come in with the second unit, and you still get a full display of LeBron and his talents. Surround him with the shooters. If you give him Jackson Hayes with the second unit and LeBron is still getting downhill, penetrating, man, Jackson Hayes is going to eat all day. You space the floor and give him some of them shooters, LeBron is he's going to eat all day. So at the time, if Luka's averaging 30, AR averaging 25 plus, and then I got LeBron with the second unit giving you 15 to 20, and now he's got fresh legs to come in the fourth quarter with 5 or 6 minutes left, regardless of the circumstances. We could be up 20, down 20. You coming in the fourth quarter with a fresh leg LeBron, and that's the icing on the cake, bro. We closing out everything. But for some reason, and maybe it's just how I type shit, I don't know. And that's why I wanted to talk. Shout out to Jared. It looked like he's on the live. I wanted to talk to him in person. He pulled up to the crib last week. Appreciate you pulling up. But I wanted to get that out with him in front of me so that maybe it will come off clearer. Because sitting around typing on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, man, a lot of times, bro, how you have things in your head may not be how it comes off when you type it. How does this affect the defense, though? Hold on, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I'm like, it sounds crazy when you read it, LeBron should come off the bench. It sounds insane. Yes. But when you factor in what was transpiring at that moment in time, Rui legit was having a career year at the start. Why shatter a player's confidence to bring back a guy that's in year 23 who's already proven? And that's why I kept mentioning like Tim Duncan and stuff like that, bro. It's like Tim Duncan didn't care about starting. He didn't care about his minutes being diminished as long as they were winning games. So now I'm looking at LeBron sideways, bro. I'm like, bro, is it really about winning at this point? And I'm like, what do you have left to prove? Now, again, this is just my opinion. At the end of the day, once he passed Kareem and none of the narratives changed, none of the perspectives kind of swayed, and a few people tipped their cap. I'm speaking in terms of his peers, NBA peers and things like that, past players of the game. Once you saw that none of their opinions kind of swayed, and it's like, all right, bro, you're going to be the GOAT in LeBron fans' eyes. Few people may change their opinion, but it don't matter what you do. You're not going to be viewed as better than Jordan. If you can't live with that, then, bro, that's a personal issue, dog. Quit coming back trying to play ball thinking that you're going to change people's minds. And that's where I'm at now. I'm like, bro, to me, LeBron is so stuck on trying to convince people that he's the best. And his career is going out awful, in my opinion. If these are the last years that we're looking at of LeBron, me personally, I don't like it. That's why I felt like he should have stayed in Cleveland, bro. You would have got the warm welcome that you deserved, and the fans would have loved you. Like, dog, I'm looking at what's old buddy name that used to play for the Lakers? Scott. He on podcast talking about LeBron gotta go. We don't care if you leave and go somewhere else, but you got to get out. Like, bro, when you're looking at ex-players bash a current player, then something's wrong with that picture, in my opinion. And I'm like, again, it comes off bias from me as a LeBron fan. Shout out to who this is on the YouTube live. Michael is the GOAT. Need to take that jersey down. I got Mike in the basement with me, man. I'm a basketball fan first. It just so happens that LeBron and you see Iverson and Jordan in my backdrop. But when you get former players coming together and they speak negatively on a current player, a historically great player, then in my opinion, bro, you're doing a disservice not only to the NBA, you're doing a disservice to all the former players, and you're doing a disservice to the up and coming players. You're sending the wrong message. Man, this is cool. Yeah. Shout out to Clyde on the live too, man. I ain't realized so many people was going to be available at noon on a Friday, but I had to get this off my chest just because of a conversation that was getting ready to transpire via social media in terms of what happened last night with the Lakers losing to a team that they had no business losing to. But I'm going to get there. I'm saying all this because I'm trying to lay the foundation of why I feel like LeBron should just go on and hang it up, bro. Because there's no way that I sit down and turn on the TV, log into my phone, and I hear Ron Harper. I'm listening to all these people sit here and bash and shit on my name. You know, unfortunately, James Worthy and Robert Ory and them, they have to cover the Lakers. That's who they work for. So when you sit down after these games and you listen to them and they say things or insinuate things, and it's like, come on, bro. After everything that I've given to this league, it's still not respected. That's the part where I want LeBron to just, man, say fuck everybody. Come out and speak. Like, quit trying to be the perfect person. If you ain't convinced people after 23 years, bro, it ain't gonna never happen. And I think that's where my frustration comes in at, because if asking him to come off the bench is disrespectful or a slap to his face, to who, bro? Like, what do you still have to prove? LeBron coming off the bench shouldn't have no tarnish on his resume, no nothing, bro. To me, that's a sacrifice. So going back to your question, LeBron and his son. It's coming, man. It's coming. They can ready to run LeBron and Bronny up out of LA. And it's just like, even with that, the whole Genie bus and all the comments, and it's like, bro, I've never seen a player of this magnitude that has given so much to the game be disrespected from all aspects. Owners, coaches, former players. Of course, social media is gonna, have their run. That's just part of it. But it's like, come on, bro. When these people are comfortable enough to just come out and just constantly talk about you, then what are we doing? Dog, him continuing to do what he's doing despite the haters is the most powerful thing you can do. In a sense, I agree. And maybe that's just my pride or ego talking when I say that, bro, we all know the Lakers was at rock bottom when he came. When LeBron came to LA, bro, the Lakers was a lottery team. The Lakers was having some of the worst years in franchise history. So it's like, for them to even be in the news cycles every single day now, bro, LeBron is the only reason why we hearing about the Lakers, huh? This is Luka's first full season. So don't say Luka. If it's not for LeBron, you don't get Anthony Davis. Like, yes, it may, in some people's eyes, be a failed experiment. You brought LeBron in, he got rid of a lot of the young talent. They changed everything for LeBron, and you only got one quote unquote Mickey Mouse ring out of the deal. But in reality, bro, you wasn't even in the playoffs. You wasn't even trying to scrape for a last spot in the playoffs. So to take that and diminish it is crazy in its own self. I played till I was 50, F them. I teach my kids that. I understand you should not care what other people think. And again, this is me speaking as a fan of basketball. I've been following the NBA and the history of the NBA since I was probably 5th or 6th grade, going all the way back to Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, Jason Kidd, and them. So it's like, when you look at historically how the league has been ran, and you look at the accolades and you look at the praise that the superstars of the past received, and now you fast forward, and in my opinion, LeBron doesn't get that. And when he does get it, people chop it down as if it's manufactured. And I'm like, nah, bro. The history of the game has shown us that any player that has played beyond, I want to say 13 or 14 years, you was cemented. You didn't have nothing else to prove. Anything beyond 14 years, we just happy to have you. But then somewhere that narrative shifted and it changed. And it's like, bro, I know I done got sidetracked, but it's like, you watched Kevin Garnett. You watched Kobe play 20 years. You watched Tim Duncan. You watched Dirk. And I will always share this story, bro. I went to a Memphis game, Dallas versus Memphis, and Dirk couldn't even get up and down the court. But when he got in the game, bro, everybody cheered. Every basket he scored, everybody cheered like it was an appreciation factor. And now it's like, bro, we got a guy that's in year 23 still dunking and catching lobs and doing all this and that. And it's like, oh, he's only doing that because he played so long. He's only the number one scorer because he played so long. And it's like, what? I'm like, bro, I remember Robert Parrish still out there in the league with the Bulls and all that shit. And it's like, if he got in at the end of the game, bro, it was almost like a standing ovation. You had an appreciation because you knew where he stood at historically in the game of basketball. You knew what he gave to the game of basketball, bro. There was an appreciation to that. I remember Kevin Willis, dog, like these his names. Like I said, man, I'm 41. I had these conversations in the barbershop and stuff all the time. And it's like, bro, if you grew up really watching the NBA, Not only did you love it from a basketball perspective, but you loved it from a perspective of an appreciation to what these players gave, dog. So when you sit here and rip Charles Barkley and them for not having rings at the time, bro, didn't nobody give a shit about that. Allen Iverson was my favorite player. Didn't nobody care about no damn him getting a ring or not. You another LeBron fanboy. Whoever you are, man. Like I said, you keep commenting on the YouTube. I appreciate you. I don't know. Uh, Call it however you want. That's fine. Again, if me sitting here titling this saying that LeBron just needs to retire, and if you chimed in hoping that I was gonna bash him, then you on the wrong channel. Anyways, so it's like this is different. What we're watching right now is different because there's no respect factor, there's no appreciation. And when you see current and former players taking shots and jabs and stuff, and it's like, nah, man, this ain't cool. So going all the way back to what I was saying, Jared asked, how does LeBron coming off the bench impact them defensively? Bro, at the beginning of the year, dog, the Lakers were playing good sound team defense. Now I get it. It's the beginning of the year. Nobody was in the groove yet. OKC came out hot start. They done kind of fizzled out. But it's like from a youth perspective, the NBA is younger, faster. The ball is moving. Teams that are good defensively, everybody's flying around. Everybody's playing good individual defense. And the Lakers don't have that. They don't have youth on their side. So if I'm going to start the game with Luka, LeBron, like that in its own self is already a flaw because you got two players. LeBron can't sit down in the chair no more. And it's unfortunate for Luka, bro. He's just not a fast player. I'm not going to, piss on his name because at the end of the day, offensively, he's a great talent. But just from an athleticism standpoint, you already asking a lot of Luka when they isolate him and get him on islands, bro. He don't have the foot speed. We knew that already. You knew that going back to the finals against Boston, bro. Like that was the whole game plan. They attacking Luka defensively. So if you can't surround Luka around 4 youthful players, then you already at a disadvantage. So me saying that LeBron should come off the bench is again not a slap or a disrespect. It's like, bro, the loser going crazy in the chat, but LeBron fans are the weird ones. It's wild, man. It's just like I don't understand it. And we'll get on that in a minute too. Again, it was not a shot at LeBron suggesting that he come off the bench, bro. It's like if the Lakers is really trying to compete to win a championship, you knew that on paper, then the roster, the names that they had wasn't necessarily going to get it done. But based on how they started out the season, it's like, bro, it looked like offensively the Lakers was going to put up the points to compete with anybody. You just had to come up with the right defensive schemes for them to win against some of the top tier teams. But as soon as LeBron came back, bro, you threw that all away trying to stroke his ego. And that's why I feel like, dog, you got to hold him accountable, bro. Like, as soon as he came back, Rui's production dropped off. Soon as he came back, Austin Reeves' production dropped off. Austin Reeves has a phantom injury, and they take him out the lineup for several weeks. Again, we all know how the NBA run. I really feel like going into a contract year, Reeves and his management knew that this was going to potentially hurt his ability to sit down and negotiate contracts. So before this shit gets out of hand, shut it down. There's no proof to that. There's no facts behind that. That's just my opinion. And there's nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, it's a business. So if I'm trying to get paid and I feel like I'm a max player, I've given everything that I have to this franchise, then I'm not going to allow my money to get watered down because y'all still trying to cater to this guy. That's the only like to me. I don't think Austin Reeves can't wait for LeBron. It's coming, man. Because after you look at the bench last night and that shot that I seen of all of them spaced out and just body language alone, bro, like the writing is on the wall that LeBron is no longer going to be in LA after this year. The writing is on the wall. It's over. It's over. But it's like, bro, let's really look at the big picture of all of this. So AR is out. So then Luka's out. So then you got a small little stretch of LeBron doing LeBron things. But of course, you know, LeBron, he's not LeBron of 10 years ago, bro. This is the 10-year anniversary of them winning Cleveland. It's like, as a LeBron fan, I really feel like some people are still stuck in that time capsule. And you think because LeBron can go and dunk and catch lobs and this and that, that we still looking at the same LeBron, and we're not. It's like at some point, bro, you got to come to grasp with reality. Them days is over, bro. He may have a good game, follow it up with another good game, but if you think you're gonna get 5 good games out of LeBron right now, bro, it's not happening. That's delusion, bro. And it's like we got to call a spade at some point. And when he threw Luka under the bus the other night, yes, Luka was open. Yes, Luka should have took the shot, but he didn't. Again, in my opinion, when that microphone comes in front of your face and the reporters doing their job and they ask what happened, hey, we drew up a play, it didn't go how we drew it up. Hey, that's just part of basketball. We got a shot, it didn't go in, on to the next game. To me, that's the professional response to have. But as soon as he said, you got to go ask Luka, I think Luka was open. It's like, oh shit. You knew then that the next game, I feel like last night was a must-win game. And I knew that Luka was going to bring his A game. But when you looked at everybody else and you looked at LeBron's body language, he ain't rebounding. He ain't passing, and I get it. The ball was in Luka's hands majority of the night, so you kind of give LeBron a pass for the assist. But I'm like, okay, like I was trying to tell Jared earlier, if you see Luka offensively is going off, then you match that on the defensive end. Use your energy on the defensive end. The Lakers should have ran them out the building last night. I think you can low manage him 25 to 28 minutes, a game leading the second unit seems like a good compromise to me. I agree with you wholeheartedly, GG. I swear. That's what I was trying to suggest. It's like, bro, LeBron can give you 20 solid minutes of 100% energy and effort, and you get a full display of LeBron in spurts. But it was like, nah, man, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. So, again, that's neither here nor there. I'm going back to last night. So it's like, I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, bro, there's no Booker. There's no Dylan Brooks. As crazy as that sounds, but it's like right now for Phoenix, you got to respect Dylan Brooks. And it's like Luka having a game of his life. And the body language, nobody's excited. The energy's dead. Defensively, they dead. You go to the bench, everybody's body language is dead. And I'm like, bro, that's how you know it ain't about winning as a team. Everything he preached about other guys, he's not doing as a compliment to his team. Shout out to Durrell on the live. And that's kind of what I'm getting towards. I'm like, bro, I've seen him pass the ball to a teammate and they miss. And he comes to the mic and he's like, hey, I made the right play. He just didn't go in. Boop, 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 boop. But it's like, bro, in my opinion, if you pull back the curtains on his response, I thought Luka was open. He had a good look. He took a dribble and blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah, bro, like, don't do that. If y'all having some chemistry issues behind the scenes and things is being questioned behind the scenes in terms of who's supposed to have the ball the most and who do this and do that, it's like, don't put that on full display. They gambling. Hey, We don't even gonna get on that, bro. That was my last leg last night. The Lakers money line, bro. I lost $200 on that game, bro. I was sick. Um, but like real talk, man. It's like as a teammate, it's certain things that you just don't do. I mean, we done seen Kyrie Irving and say different little shit and take little jabs and say things. And from a PR perspective, the next day they lit his ass up. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, and I mentioned D Wade earlier. I don't know if Jared is still on here, but I said that for a reason because I was like, LeBron's first year in Miami, he really didn't have no clue what his ranking and pecking order was in terms of how he was supposed to approach the game because, you know, technically that's still D Wade's team. History has shown us that that second year, D Wade openly admitted that he had to pass the torch in order for LeBron to blossom into who he was. And I'm like, bruh, historically, every great has fell into that line, bro. It's like you asked Shaq to pass the torch to Kobe, and that's where their friction came because Shaq wasn't ready to do that. And you see what happened. You rob people of watching greatness for an extended period of time because of egos. And it's like, now is the time for LeBron to embrace that role. Yes, he tried to do it for Anthony Davis. For whatever reason, it just didn't click. It just didn't fit. Anthony Davis didn't really want the keys to the car, in my opinion. They did everything they could to try to play through him, but again, injuries, mentality, approach to the game, it just wasn't there. Now, Luka resume speaks for itself, bro. Luka came from being the man, so now you asking Luka to also sacrifice and make some adjustments. But it's like, bro, LeBron, I like scale it back. This is what you wanted. For the last 3 or 4 years, we kept saying we need somebody who can take over games so you don't put all the pressure on LeBron. And now that you have it, it's almost like it's a tug of war between your two alphas, bro. And I'm like, again, this is just me outside looking in and how I view their games. And to me, you knew LeBron wasn't going to do shit last night. You watch his body language. To me, he was pouting. I feel like he was trying to send a message. That's just me. He done woke up and seen all the reports and all the headlines that he should come off the bench and this and that and this. So last night, he was going to give a lackluster effort. Now, once you get to that point, nah, bro, hang it up. If you're not going to come out here and do the shit that's needed to win, then hang it up. And that's where my beef starts. Because if you look at the last 2 games, LeBron rotating on defense is non-existent. That's basketball 101. For somebody that coached and helped at the bottom level, elementary, we tried to instill in them kids, help defense, rotate. If you see somebody go to stop the ball, then you slide over, and it's a continuous circle. No matter how long that ball is in possession, everybody's talking, everybody's moving, everybody's rotating. That's basketball 101 at the earliest, elementary level. But when you watch the Lakers, they're already playing zone defense to disguise that they don't have the athleticism to play individual one-on-one defense. That's partly because you got both Luka and LeBron out there on the court. Again, it's just my opinion. What other reason would they have to go to zone all the time? They play zone defense all the time. And that's to make up for the lack of individual defense. So if the ball shifts, LeBron is out of place because he's dropping all the way down to the paint. One skip pass, bro, and your defense has collapsed. It's broken. The London Bridge is falling down off of one skip pass, and boom, you get a Desmond Bane 3-pointer because LeBron done dropped all the way down to the rim. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, you've been in the game too long. People give you credit for basketball IQ and all this shit. There's no way that you do that on the weak side of the floor. That's the smallest side of the floor. Why are you all the way down here? Boom. You fast forward to last night. LeBron is on the corner guy. They switch up top. Grayson Allen gets the Luka matchup. Grayson Allen blows by Luka going right. LeBron is on the left side of the floor. What's old buddy name? Arabia, whatever his name is. I don't know. Grayson Allen is driving right. Luka's on his left side coming down. Laravia is the next person over to help. He slid down and closed it off. Grayson Allen did not have a clear shot at the basket. But for whatever reason, LeBron comes from all the way on the left side to attempt a block. I don't even know what the thought process was, because now you're shielded between the rim and the backboard. You collide into Luka, send Luka to the ground. Grayson Allen swings to the corner, which is where LeBron was supposed to be. So the travel that everybody is saying Grayson Allen committed, if LeBron stays home, he doesn't have anywhere to pass it. So they have no choice but to call the travel, because he would have came down with the ball. He didn't have nowhere to pass it, and he didn't have a clear shot at the rim. But instead, LeBron comes all the way down out of nowhere. He kicks to the corner. Reeves has to sprint to the corner to make up for where LeBron dropped. One extra pass, which again is basketball 101. You always make the extra pass. Now you get the wide open shot that wins the game. As a LeBron fan, I honestly feel like that's LeBron's fault. Keep your ass at home. Why are you here? And if you watch the Lakers games enough, that shit happens all the time. Why are you out of place? Why are you gambling? Why are you down here? And then when it's time to close out, you won't even give a full effort of closing out. You give a lackluster effort, and then whoever comes over to help, they skip the pass to the wing, another pass to the top of the key, and somebody's getting a wide open shot, and then he's throwing his hands up. And I'm like, nah, bro, that shit's not cool, bro. Even me as a LeBron fan, like, you're a defensive liability. Call a spade, bro. So yes, he needs to come off the bench. Damn the all NBA, damn the all-time leading scoring. Like, bro, that's the past. You've done that. After I seen him miss that layup, he normally would dunk. It's time for, like, bro, that hurt my heart when I saw it. That hurt my heart, bro. Like, that's a wide open, uncontested. I don't even know how you smoked that one. But again, I ain't gonna just sit there and rip him apart, because at the end of the day, he's still an old man, bro. I'm 41. I'm sitting there now with back problems, knee problems, and everything else. So as bad as I want to play basketball, I can't physically. I get it. But again, the NBA is a business. The Lakers want championships. They don't want, ooh, we made the playoffs. And the fact that Boston is one up on them now, bro, like, LA is upset, man. They are thirsty for a championship, quote unquote, a legitimate championship. And it's like, no, I don't feel like they have the pieces to win one right now this year. But the way the NBA is right now, bro, given the matchups, if you can fall into the right place, right time, if LeBron buys in, Luka's going to be Luka. You got an up and coming player in AR. You never know what could happen. I've seen crazier things happen. But it's like, to me, it just looks like, bro, LeBron is having an identity crisis. I don't think he's ready to concede that the end is here. Giannis is coming, relax. That ain't even gonna mean nothing to me, bro. I don't give a fuck how much Laker stuff is in this room. Uh, I'm a LeBron fan, bro. So I'm not no diehard Lakers. Wemby's coming. Wemby's taking over. I right now, if I had to pick, bro, I think the Spurs, bro. I think the Spurs is gonna win the championship this year. I've watched Wemby for the last 2 nights, bro. He ain't even had to do nothing, and they're competing, bro. If they continue to develop Ron Harper's son, and Castle ain't even fully blossomed yet. The little champagne dude been going off, Vazel or whatever his name is, bro. San Antonio loaded, and don't forget, Fox can explode at any given moment too. I think Fox has sacrificed the most. You got an all-star player coming from Sacramento, and his stock was on the rise, and you trade him to a team where now he just has to fit in with a lot of young blossoming parts, and he's doing it without no complaint. So shout out to Fox. Um Wemby has so much potential. In my opinion, I think Wemby just he's got to put on some muscle, bro. I'm seeing too many people move him around, and he allows it to happen. But at the same time, you don't want to sacrifice his skill set because he's a 7-footer that can shoot. So if you start trying to add on muscle, then that's going to tweak his shot. I think San Antonio's supposed to have a high pick this year too. That part I'm not sure. Yeah, be prepared. It's another Spurs dynasty. I highly agree with you. Again, I appreciate everybody that's on the YouTube channel. Wimby's gonna be the GOAT when it's all said and done. Like, if he stays healthy, and unfortunately with a lot of thin 7-footers and stuff, you run the risk of a lot of, feet injuries and things like that. If he can stay healthy, bro, the sky is the limit, most definitely. Most definitely. But it's like, bro, I gotta get back to these Lakers before I get off here. I don't want to ramble too much. But I'm saying all of this because I'm like, when you look at the history of the game and you look at all the pioneers that gave us, I'm going to clip it at 15 years, 15 years of service. That's really any place of employment, dog. Once you start talking 15 years of service, that comes with a lot of damn perks and a lot of appreciation and things like that. So when you look at the NBA and you look at Jordan, you look at Barkley, um, you look at Jay Kidd, you look at Vince Carter, Kobe, Shaq, Garnett. Even though Paul Pierce went out ugly, by the time he got to the Wizards and Clippers and all of that, you know what I'm saying? He became the laughing stock of the room. But again, you institute the social media aspect of that, and you're going to always have trolls and people that kind of water down the appreciation factor of sports. But I'm old enough to know that there was a point in time where social media didn't exist. You didn't have people that critique sports 24/7. So again, when you watched it, all you had was the live coverage, whatever was shown on ESPN at the end of the night and throughout the next morning, or you actually picked up a newspaper and you read it. And I was actually one of them people that read the newspaper, bro. Like, I think that's the part about me that people don't understand. Like, I am a diehard basketball fan, junkie. So all of this shit matters to me. It's deeper than just being a LeBron fan. So that's why I feel like I can critique and criticize LeBron and hold his feet to the fire when shit needs to be said, because I enjoy the game more than I enjoy being a LeBron fan. So right now, what we're looking at, to me, again, is somebody who refuses to accept that the end is near. So if championships aren't the goal at this stage in your career, then what are you still playing for? And if it is for championships, bro, you have to make that sacrifice at some point. Like right now, it comes off as you're a selfish person. And I hate to say that. It's like, yeah, it's cool to see you dunk and do all that shit. But it's like, bro, we done seen it for 23 years. Like, we want to see something different. Show us that you're willing to sacrifice, and that when the playoffs come and the opportunity presents itself from a wisdom standpoint, all of this shit will come full circle. And you're like, boom, this is why the Lakers won another championship. This is why LeBron got championship number 5, because of all this shit that he's contributed to the game. And you saw it come back full circle, and he gets to walk away gracefully. You never gonna walk away like Mike Dunn hitting a shot. I think I got the shot on the other side of the room. Nobody's ever gonna have that moment. It's never gonna happen ever again. You're never gonna win a championship and retire with a walk-off jump shot. So that's off the table, bro. Give that shit up. Quit trying to prove to people that you better than Mike. LeBron needs to update his package. Stop playing point forward. Start shooting hook shots. That, you know what? I just had that comment earlier on a Facebook post, and I said that again, when you look at the history of the game, LeBron has never adjusted his skill set. That's a gift and a curse. If you look at Mike, how he came in, by the time they went on that second three-peat, Mike had changed his whole entire game. And he dominated fadeaways, low post, one dribble, two dribble, pull up, jump shots. He wasn't dunking on everybody, but he was killing people in other aspects. Kobe was the same way. Kobe came in young, athletic. He can kill you in every way on the court, but by the time Kobe retired, jab, pump fake, boom, bucket. 3-point, bucket. Like, everybody tweaked their game, but with LeBron, he still has to have the ball. It still has to be downhill, penetrate, kick. You can't give LeBron catch and shoot moments. And that's why I felt like he should have came off the bench. He's standing out on the court. Luka's dropping 40. Luka has the ball in his hands. LeBron is on the wing or in the corner. Even if Luka kicks the ball out to him, that's not an efficient shot based on his skill set. When LeBron shoots threes, bro, if y'all pay attention, he has to set his feet. He's not a off balance, give me the ball and I'm going to make it go. Like, when he gets in a rhythm, yeah, he done made these fadeaways and this and that, but he done hit 2 or 3 prior to that. And now he done found a rhythm. But instead, you getting LeBron in catch and shoot moments, bro, that's not his game. So I agree with you. He needs to update his package. But, bro, 23 years in, dog, like, there's not, you can't update it no more. That time has come and gone. That's why I just feel like he tweaked his game when he got to Miami a little bit. But in terms of him still needing the ball, he still needed it. In Miami, he did get that little 15 little foot jump shot. He went back to Cleveland. He tweaked it a little bit more because, you know what I'm saying, you playing alongside Kyrie. But now that he done got to LA, and it's like, bro, them first few years, y'all remember, bro, he moved a point. And it's like, he has to have the ball in his hands. That's the only way you're going to get LeBron, the most effective LeBron, is with him having the ball. Well, guess what? Now you got Luka. So it defeats the purpose, which is why I'm suggesting he should have came off the bench, bro. Like, you literally have 2 players who have the same skill set. It's just Luka is younger and Luka can shoot the deep ball. So who do you want to have the ball? The guy who's a threat from long range as well as passing, or the guy who's a bulldozer and can get to the rim? Why not put the bulldozer with the second unit so that when Luka's getting a break, bro, whatever lead you have or need, then LeBron can extend that. And then when the game is on the line and it's close in the fourth quarter, you bring them both in and then let them thrive. But again, that's ego, bro. Anyways, I'm done rambling, man. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Hopefully I got my point across, because I'm just like, what we saw last night against Phoenix, bro, is unacceptable, man. No Booker, no Brooks. And just from a team perspective, dog, like, You would think the season ended last night if you looked at the body language and you look at how they respond to JJ Redick. So now you got to ask yourself all these questions, bro. As many damn coaches that LA done brought in LeBron's 7 or 8 years there, it's still the same. Nigga, take that LeBron jersey off the wall, talking about bringing him off the bench. So look, whoever you are, type to me in the comments why you feel like that's a disrespectful shift in coaching. I want to hear it before I get off here. I want to hear it. Shout out to Jared if he's still watching, because he had the same response at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, I said that LeBron James should play with the second unit from a strategy standpoint. Take your feelings out of it. Take your ego out of it. Strategically, if I'm trying to win games, I got Luka and I got LeBron. Tell me why that is a stupid move. Because if you looked at last night, Luka dropping 40, LeBron got 13 and scored 2 points in the whole second half. What fucking reason does LeBron have being on the court if Luka's out here shining? So that when Luka comes and take a break, LeBron might have had 20 fucking points last night and they win the game. Tell me. Type it in the comments, please. I said, is this about winning games, or is this about, oh, LeBron's in year 23 and he still started? Fuck the barbershop talk. Excuse my language. That shit don't get you nowhere, bro. Oh, LeBron was still starting in year 23. Who fucking cares? That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, bro, like, they're losing games that they ain't got no business losing. He should still start, but just have him play more with the second unit, no bench. So I'm asking you, like, again, that's just me. Is that a ego thing? Having what? Just because I started, what does that mean? Luka's been leading the league in first quarter points. Bench points are very crucial to winning games. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, Luka been leading the league in first quarter points. So LeBron is not efficient in the first quarter anyway. I done seen too many games where LeBron may not even score in the first quarter. He might have 2 points. So it's like, why waste him out here for 6 or 7 minutes to start the game, just standing around bullshitting, when Luka can come out here and set the tone, give him some defensive players, they may get some defensive stops. Luka get 12 or 14 in the first quarter. You've established a tone. And then you follow that up with LeBron coming in with the second unit. Bruh, what teams in the NBA outside of OKC, San Antonio is going to be able to match up with that? Now other teams are going to have to tweak their lineups to keep somebody on the floor at all times to be ready for a second unit with LeBron James. That's why I'm like, bro, just from a coaching standpoint, it's the right move to make. Take the feelings out of it. Take the fact that we talking about LeBron James out of it. He done gave us 23 years. Asking him to come off the bench, that's a sacrifice, bro. And only winners make those sacrifices. We give Tim Duncan them all this credit for not taking the big contracts, for not complaining about minutes. Shout out to Allen Iverson. I said it earlier. Allen Iverson is one of my favorite players of all time. But that was his downfall, bro. His ego was his downfall. So many teams asked him to play a reduced role. He wasn't cool with that. So then he got passed around to eventually he was out of the league. Like, is it about winning or is it about something else? You got the most points of all time. You top 5 all time in assists. You got damn near every record known to man. What is there left to prove if it's not about winning? I understand it sounds Cinderella. It sounds fairy tale storybook. But it's like, bro, to me, that would be the better ending to his career if you're able to talk about everything that he accomplished, and then towards the end, he was willing to sacrifice his individual, whatever he can contribute individually, he sacrificed that so that they could win a championship. Do you honestly want me to believe that if the Lakers made it to the finals, that you don't ask LeBron to give you more minutes? Nobody would ask LeBron, hey, bro, you got to come off the bench now. We in the finals. You're preserving his minutes through an 82-game season so that when the playoffs do come, now you elevate what you want him to do. Like, again, this is just me speaking strategically. But again, I love basketball more than I love LeBron, being a LeBron James fan. I love basketball too much. Starting is overrated to me anyway, like you said, from a game plan standpoint. Brian coming off the bench and playing 25 minutes a game would be beneficial for the team. Bro, that's why I said the worst thing that could have happened to LeBron James was the Lakers got off to a hot start. They were having fun. The ball was moving. AR's putting up 25, Luka putting up 35, Rui giving you 15. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Fans got a glimpse of what could possibly be. And then you bring LeBron back, and it's like, here go the same shit we've been watching for the last 4 years. And it's like, bro, Westbrook gone, AD gone. The list goes on of how many players done been moved, and the results are still the same. Like, at some point in time, bro, we got to call a spade a spade. I'm not disrespecting LeBron. I'm saying that when you factor in that he has not changed his skill set, you factor in that he refuses to accept a different role, then you can't be mad at getting the same results. That's what we're looking at. Now that makes more sense. Like, it's like, on if you look at the surface, it sounds stupid as fuck. LeBron should come off the bench. It sounds stupid. It does. But even Ayton was more engaged when Bron wasn't playing. And I think Ayton is the key. Look, I'm pushing the button on you, bro. I disagree. I respectfully disagree that Ayton is the key. I think Hayes is the key. If you go back to Luka in Dallas, when he was thriving, him, Kyrie, that matchup where he was getting Gafford or Likely in a pick and roll and was able to throw them lobs, that's when you had teams on their heels and they don't know what to do. Do I stay home and guard Luka, or do I let Gafford and Likely go crazy on lobs? He's faster. The game. I would put Ayton in the second unit with LeBron. I'm putting Luka and Jackson Hayes and Marcus Smart and Reeves and Rui in the starting five, if that's me. If that's me, that's my starting five. Because you're giving Luka what he's accustomed to. I would never compare Austin Reeves to Kyrie Irving. So please understand what I'm getting ready to say. Go back to the championship run that the Dallas Mavericks had. And you look. It was Luka, Kyrie, Gafford, PJ Washington. I don't forget who else. Was Gafford and Likely starting? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But if you look at that and look at how they were contributing and moving the ball around the horn and getting 3-point shots, Kyrie was able to get his here and there. Now you got Luka, Austin Reeves, which is quote unquote your Kyrie. You get Rui, which is quote unquote your PJ Washington. You get your Jackson Hayes, which is your Gafford or your Likely. And you already have a roster that's similar. I'm not saying they're equal. I'm not saying it's the same, but it's similar to what Luka had in Dallas when they made the championship run. So then you follow that up with bringing in Bron, Ayton, Kennard. So now LeBron gets his spot up shooter. You get LeBron in the pick and roll. You get Ayton diving. Ayton has that nice little 5 to 6 foot little floater in there. And LeBron still has the space to get downhill to give you what his skill set brings. That's why I'm like, bro, like, why the fuck does that not make sense to anybody else? But it's like, again, I get it. The NBA is a business. You got to sell tickets. You got to sell stories. You got to sell headlines. I get it. So now it's like, man, where does LeBron go next? And it's like, the storybook would be for him to go back to Cleveland. But then it's like, where does he fit in with them? On paper, it looks good. James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, Jared Allen, LeBron, shooters. It's the perfect fit. But is it going to be disrespectful if you tell LeBron he got to come off the bench for Cleveland? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, 23 years in, bro, your priority should not be starting, in my opinion. If you are following the history of the game and you go along the path of everybody else, Tim Duncan didn't have no problems being in the game as long as they made it to the finals. Who cares? Who cares? But it's like you so set on wanting to be the man and trying to prove to everybody that you're better than Jordan. If you haven't changed people's minds in 23 years, bro, it's not going to happen. And I'm a LeBron fan. But you kind of made my point with Ayton over Hayes. And I like Hayes and his energy. But with Ayton, you can do more than pick and roll. You can see pick and pop. He makes the offense more versatile. So that's why I'm saying, okay, then you're right. We basically saying the same thing in a sense. But I'm saying that Ayton should be in the second unit. Right now, Ayton is starting. You put Hayes in the starting 5 with Luka and let Ayton come in with Bron. But again, it's too many egos in that locker room, bro. That's why right now, when you look at, and after this, I'm gone. You look at OKC. I watched that game against Detroit the other night. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. There's no Chet. There's no SGA. There's no Williams. And these boys are still out here competing. Joe went down with a phantom injury. And these boys are still out here competing. Don't give me that, oh, that's coaching. Oh, they're like, nah, bro, they've bought in. Everybody's sacrificing. Like OKC plays great defense as a whole. You look at San Antonio. Wemby took 9 shots last night, bro. And it didn't put them in no kind of position to where it's like, damn, we need Wemby to step up. Castle, give you 15. Champagne, give you 10 to 15. Vassell, give you 10 to 15. Fox, give you 15 to 20. It's like, bro, everybody's contributing. You look at Houston. Reed Shepherd is slowly coming and finding his niche. Like, everybody's contributing. But then you watch the Lakers and it's like, we need LeBron and AR to drop 40 each. Like, nah, bro, the game is different. It's different now, bro. That shit ain't gonna work. Swallow your damn pride, bro, and build a system where the ball is moving. That's how you win games, bro. Like that ISO, slow the game down. It's like, nah, that shit don't work. LeBron needs to understand that he is a role player. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. And that's why I wanted to do the live, because I'm like, that's the battle that he has to have deep within himself. And that's why I was saying, bro, historically, when you look at the game of basketball, bro, once you reach a certain level, everybody has come to the realization that, hey, I ain't got that same first step I used to have. I got to give it up to the little young bucks. When my expertise is needed, I can come and give you the best damn minutes that I can give you and be effective and efficient. But it's like watching LeBron play 30 minutes and then by the fourth quarter, he ain't got the legs to rotate on defense. Then what the hell happens, bro? You give up a wide open fucking 3 because you're quote unquote vet. is making the wrong reads defensively, and he don't have the physical ability to recover from them bad reads. So once LeBron drop all the way to the paint, he ain't got the speed to come and close out. So now somebody got to rotate the cover for him. He still ain't rotating the cover for the person that recovered for him. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, nah, man, that's just bad basketball. OKC has no egos. They're hungry still, and everybody's playing with each other and for the win. I think San Antonio is there too with the Lakers. Great move to get Luka, but they should have moved Bron that offseason. Both of them together wasn't going to work. But he got a no trade, bro. He got a no trade clause. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's on him. The criticism and shit that he's getting, it's on him. How many more coaches are going to get fired? How many more players are going to get traded? It's on you, bro. So you can't get mad when you turn on ESPN and watch punk ass Stephen A going off. You can't get mad when you turn on these podcasts and you see these players just like, nah, bro, LeBron, hey, nah, this ain't cool. This ain't this and that. And it's like, bro, it's justified. That's why I'm like, in my opinion, bro, everything that you done gave to the game is going out the window. It's not being respected. It's not being appreciated. Don't fuck this up because you refuse to let it go. And that's where I'm going to leave this damn podcast because it almost sounds like I'm not a fan, in which I am, bro. It's just like, nah, that shit. Man, can you imagine going into a fucking barbershop and all you hear is everybody, man, LeBron ain't shit. He's weak. He's a punk. He's a crybaby. And I'm just like, damn, bro, after 23 years, if he ain't changed nobody's mind now, it ain't going to never happen. Some shit you just got to live with, man. He may cry himself to sleep at night. I don't know. I'm not a Laker fan like that, but JJ is that guy. Everything going on with this team ain't on him. Bro, that play that he drew up to get Reeves to fucking look last night, I was like, bro, that's fucking brilliant. That's why I'm like, dog, JJ, when you sit down and before he was coaching and they did the podcast and shit, when you listen to him talk, it's like, damn, JJ, hey, he's cold with this. He's a student of the game. He's got the mind of the game. And then it's like, man, JJ ain't shit, man. JJ don't need to coach. JJ, I'm like, nah, bro. You see the passion. When that motherfucker called timeout, he cussing everybody out. Or what bothered me the most was it was earlier in the year. He's trying to get LeBron's attention, and LeBron over here talking to the opposing team, and y'all motherfuckers is losing. So now he got to burn a timeout because your quote unquote veteran player ain't even respecting the fucking game. LeBron is great. He's just facts. And that's what I'm saying, bro. LeBron is my guy. The reason why I'm a LeBron fan is because I always felt like he played the game the way it was designed to be played. To me, a basketball player gives you points, rebounds, assists, whatever it takes to win. And that's how I view LeBron. LeBron gives you whatever it takes to win. But somehow this whole trying to chase Jordan, and the only way I can do that is to win, and I got to move all these pieces and parts and shit. And it's like, now it done all got watered down. You done been in the game so long to where people have, honestly, I feel like people have forgotten what you've done because all we've seen is this version of LeBron. It's 2026. Cleveland won in 16. That's 10 years ago. And even when they won in 16, bro, you had a whole different version of LeBron. So it's like, the longer you stay, people ain't going to remember what you done in the beginning. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You're going to leave this game with all he does is get coaches fired. All he does is get players traded. All he does is pout. All he does is flop. And it's like, come on, bro. He done gave too much to the game for those to be the labels. And it's like, nah, bro. If they don't respect you by now, they not going to respect you. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. before I get off here, man, shout out to my daughter. She's in the 8th grade. It's her last year, 8th grade. She actually got selected to participate in the All-Star game tomorrow. So, look, I ain't even mean to laugh. Sorry. Kudos to my daughter. For those that know me, they know my family, bro. It's been a struggle trying to get her to buy in to the game and fall in love with it the way that I fell in love with it. And I always told myself I was not going to be one of those parents that pushed and pushed and pushed their kids. If she wants to play, cool. If she don't want to play, that's fine with me too. I did encourage her to finish her 8th grade year strong. She's played all 3 years of middle school. And I told her, just, if you don't play in high school, that's fine. But don't walk away your 8th grade year. And they lost in the Final Four. Like I said, they had a great coach this season. New coach first year, but overall the girls did a fantastic job. And we were notified the other day that she was selected to participate in the All-Star game. So shout out to my daughter, man. Know that we're always going to be proud of you. Just go out there and have fun. That's it. But in closing, man, appreciate everybody that's been on the Facebook. Appreciate everybody that's been on the YouTube. Man, y'all be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe. Tap in, tell a friend to tell a friend. It ain't too often that I get on here and try to quote unquote bash LeBron. But it's like sometimes, man, you gotta tell the truth. And right now, man, it's hard to watch. It's hard to see a guy that's giving you the most in terms of minutes played, games played, points scored, and you going out as the villain. You going out and it looks like you're a selfish player. You going out and it looks like you're not willing to do what it takes to win. And you got to know that the cameras is always on you. So when you pan over there and see them on the bench and everybody spaced out, LeBron all the way on the end, Luka all the way on the other end, if your two alphas look that way, then what can you ask the other people to do? If I can't get my two alphas to buy in, to give me whatever it takes to beat a Phoenix team without their top two players, and man, this damn season almost over, basically. And I hate to see that from a guy that's giving so much to the game of basketball, bro. So it's like, come on, man. What we doing? Anywho, man, again, appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we out.
Ass toasted, no competition. I'm Nisha coasting. I feel so high, I feel so live. My body's in the twine. I'm Nisha coasting. I feel so live, and I know why. That I can't deny. I'm Nisha coasting. Goody, fine wine, fools, malt liquor, which me I'm